Hey folks, Brian, we got to play Elderath tonight, and when we last left the party, they had spotted two ships that were engaged in pitched battle, one of which was flying the colors of Clan Furbolg. So we continued to try to chase after the ships, and the GM found wooden ships and iron men rules for ship type maneuvers and stuff. So wind shifting and that kind of stuff. So we do a few rounds of this kind of thing as we're trying to get closer to them because it's just the wind wasn't helping. And when we get closer to it, we found out the Furbolg ship is actually manned by orcs, and they are busy looting the other ship. We do manage to sneak up to them and get within spell casting range. So Wes attempted to use meditation to help with his fire law list, but was unsuccessful. But he cast wall of fire anyway and was successful with that. So he cast the wall of fire right on the pillar of the mast to catch it on fire. So for 4 rounds, that's burning. And of course, that catches all the orcs' attention. And as we actually get closer, we see that there are orcs on both ships. And so we kind of bring our ship along to the friendly colored one. And the orcs in the other ship have cut the lines and they're trying to put out their fire. So we move to board the near ship, which is one of the ships sent out to hunt down the sea serpent. And as we get closer, Wes casts Lord Sleep on the orcs on the Furbolg ship. There's two leader type orcs in the back. They're both 5th level, and all the other orcs are like 2nd. Um, and so there's a slight discussion on the application of that spell because we a lot of mix matching of stuff, right? So we've got spells from spell law, and we've got our own experience with D&D spells we want to simulate, and then we've got the application of spell casting with Runequest or BRP, and so it can get kind of funky at times. But we worked through all that, which reminds me that all of this is in the live play as well, if you're into watching that kind of thing. So Wes manages to put one of the leader orcs down, and all but 3 of the rest of the orcs on that ship. They're all asleep. Turns out that one of the orc leaders, the one that didn't go to sleep, is a shaman of some sort because he casts firewall on our ship to block because everybody's trying to get across onto the other ship. Um, and Wes fires a lightning bolt through a line of our orcs and nails the shaman orc on the back side. Oh, not enough to put him down, but it was awful close. And then Wes does a run and jump, and it's kind of funny because Runt tried to do a run and jump, and he missed and ended up falling and grabbing on the side of the boat, and the boats are coming together. It got kind of hairy. Um, but Wes, because Dylan was not only a Boy Scout, he was in the mobile infantry, so his jump is like 96. So he runs, jumps over the rail, gets to the other side, jumps, past a couple of the orcs. The orcs try to swipe at him as he goes by, and one of them actually fumbled his attack and ended up doing special damage to his buddy orc's arm, doing a lot of damage to that. In fact, ended up putting him down. He was actually like nailed with fire, the lightning bolt earlier, if I remember right. A couple other things. So everybody on the ship is pretty much asleep for the 3, but Wes is now tied up with people. So Wes calls Emerald and says, "Hey, can you sneak up onto that shaman? Did you see the shaman guy? Because he cast the wall of fire." He said, "Yeah, I saw him. Can you sneak up to him and sting him with your stinger?" "Yeah, sure, I can do that." So she dives down, comes around the water, climbs up over the back of the ship. And it takes a couple rounds to get over there and do that kind of thing, but she is successful in sneaking up onto him and stinging him and doing enough damage uh, to put him down. But apparently he didn't die. I thought it would have killed him because of the amount of damage I did plus her sting. But apparently not, because later on he's back up. And while we're engaged with the orcs on this side, West casts a sleep 7, put some of them down. But he's actually engaged with a guy, so he can't get out. Ends up pulling his sword and dagger, or rapier and dagger. While this is going on, though, the orcs on the other ship are waking up the other orcs, and they start actually waking them up. Um, and then once the orcs are awake, they get their oars out and they start, pulling away. While we're fighting on this side, though, Hjalmar does enough damage to sever an orc's arm. It was a critical success. So there's no armor protection doing slash. It was great. Um, the orc ship does get away, but Wes does manage to get a parting shot off with a boosted lightning bolt. Um, that did some damage, so we'll see how that goes. I don't think he actually. I was kind of figuring to put the guy down, but it didn't. So we're gathering up bodies because the locals want to, take what bodies back they can, and then we tie up the cog to the back of the longship and pull the oars out and start rowing back to port when we spot the flying ship. Wes has a satchel with 4 scrolls of flying in it, so we're gonna get that thing. Happy gaming.